but I guess sensing cursed energy ain't a thing in his toolkit. Hello people, welcome to another anime class. Today we're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. And what can I say? Jujutsu Kaisen fights against curses are a mother-freaking mess. This criticism can be attributed to most anime, but it's especially irritating seeing how special great curses don't die in Jujutsu Kaisen. It reminds me of Naraku from Inuyasha, always provoking our heroes, always setting them up, but always escaping to fight another day. It reeks of plot armor and it feels like it stretches the series too much. I believe that this is mostly due to a problem of designing supernatural beings. Supernatural beings and monsters are a common thing amongst media. Some battle shonen have grabbed those ideas to make interesting worlds. Some of the most popular are Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach, Inuyasha, Madoka Magica, and recently Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, One Punch Man, Chainsaw Man, and Jujutsu Kaisen. The concept of a supernatural being is always accompanied by the existence of some opposing force on the human side, a group of crazy people that holds tremendous knowledge about how to kill these supernatural beings that operate in the shadows of society. Usually the fight against the supernatural is an uphill battle for the human side. Supernatural beings are usually much stronger than them, but no matter what spectacular supernatural monster we see in fiction, there is always a way to defeat them. Designing those weaknesses changes the power system the human side holds, thus it is extremely important to differentiate animes between each other. Even though supernatural beings are stronger than humans, there are always two ways to design supernatural beings. They have a very specific weakness that our heroes can exploit, like cutting their heads in Demon Slayer or their nape in Attack on Titan, or they really don't have a specific weakness, but they can be attacked using a specific power in the show, or not. These two designs change how the audience views fights against supernatural beings. In the first one, any fight is much more objective. We know the weakness and we know we need to get it. Otherwise, we feel like the heroes have no sense of urgency, or that they are playing with their food. The second design is more subjective. It depends on how damage is portrayed in the show, meaning if the supernatural being does not have a specific weakness, we need to be able to observe damage being inflicted on them. Usually, whatever is bleeding is taking damage. Whatever is getting slower or tinier is getting damage. Whatever is getting tired is getting damage. As long as we, the audience, are witnessing damage being inflicted, we know how the fight is progressing. But we never know how and when the final blow will come, unlike the objective design. Curses in JJK are the supernatural beings being fought, and would fall under the subjective design. They are born from human negative emotions and thoughts, and so get stronger the closer they are to people. The accumulation of that negativity is called cursed energy. When that accumulation of cursed energy concentrates too much, it gains a body. A curse is born. The more concentrated the cursed energy, the more it is sentient. JJK assumes that there are different ways of cursing someone, thus there are different ways of using that cursed energy. Those applications are called Jujutsu techniques, which basically functions like a JoJo stand ability. Cursed energy is usually bad and harmful to people and also to curses. But as one can use cursed energy to curse someone, they can also use it for their good fortune. In the show, this is called reversed curse techniques. Curses don't need to use any of that. They just heal naturally, consuming their cursed energy to maintain their form. In other words, human cursed energy. Jujutsu sorcerers control their cursed energy and apply them through different curse techniques to defeat other curses. According to Todo, the only way to guarantee exercising a curse is to make it spend all of its energy and then crush their head, impeding them to maintain their form and their consciousness. The next question becomes, how much cursed energy is necessary? Well, the series ranks the curses on several different levels as it does with its sorcerers. By order of strength, there are 5 classifications: Grade 4, Grade 3, Grade 2, Grade 1, and Special Grade. What's the difference between them? Stronger curses have a lot more energy, thus they need more energy to be exercised. Stronger curses are more conscious and have human-like behavior. They can also use jujutsu techniques, usually stay in the place they were born, and can heal naturally when not in combat because of the negative thoughts of people around them. Only a jujutsu sorceress with a lot of curse energy can defeat a curse with a lot of curse energy. At face value, grade 1 sorcerers should be able to defeat grade 1 curses, and so on. But the same thing does not occur with a special curse. Special sorcerers are not always guaranteed to defeat a special curse. The only thing guaranteed is that Gojo will exercise anything. But if they do get away without being exercised, they can easily come back in full force. This makes the curse or curses a very problematic supernatural being. They have too many strengths and limited weaknesses. So far in JJK, the main antagonists have been a group of special grade curses being held by a special sorceress. Since none of the group is stronger than Gojo, we objectively know these curses will be killed if they meet him. But every time they do, they manage to escape being exercised. Anytime the curse organization fights any other sorcerers besides Gojo, either they defeat them or they also manage to run away. Itadori and Nanami came close to exercising Mahito, but he runs away. Itadori and Todo almost exercise Hanami, but he runs away. Even Gojo himself let Jogo run away. And hey, they are back in season 2 killing and wreaking more havoc. This is irritating and reminds me of Naraku from Inuyasha. Anytime we come close to defeating him, he runs away and drags the enemy. Things start to seem repetitive. Like really, I believe at episode 28, Naraku could have been killed, and Inuyasha has over 100 episodes. And yes, repetitive is boring. In JJK, the fights against curses are starting to feel boring as well. This last fight against Mekamaru was absolutely boring. Why? First, I don't give a damn about Mekamaru. Second, because we know there's no objective weakness to curses besides Gojo himself. The subjective damage being applied by Mekamaru was completely pointless and was not long lasting. Even if it was shown how Mekamaru was close to winning, in the end Mahito got the win and he looked unscathed, like it was a walk in the park. That is boring. If he isn't taking damage, then don't show the audience damage being done. And if he did take damage, at least show him struggling afterwards. The antagonists just seem to have no weaknesses in JJK, not just because they're OP, but because everything just seems to go their way. Like it's if the antagonists have plot armor, just like Inuyasha. The next question becomes, are the sorcerers incompetent? Why do they keep on letting curses get away? Because they are indeed incompetent. Even though this new Shibuya arc season is trying to justify their incompetence because the protagonists are being played by someone higher up, that just makes them even more incompetent. You waited a whole season to finally start being active. Gojo is the most incompetent of them all. How can you let Geto get away twice? Enemy gets away twice as well. Like this man can fly, come back from the dead, become invulnerable and teleport. Yes, teleport. But I guess sensing cursed energy in a thing in his toolkit, or anyone's toolkit on the sorcerer side. I guess they really can't sense cursed energy. They can't. They really can't. So they can't chase curses when they run away. It's like the curses have a special getaway move, so I'm out. Thus, the only thing they do is remain passive. The cursed organization do something, then sorcerers react to it. Never the contrary. The sorcerers never go on the offense. When they do, they keep on letting them get away. Just like Inuyasha. How is Mahito not dead yet? For someone so rational, I was expecting you to go after Mahito, Nanami. But no, let's save Yuji. And for someone so rational, I was expecting you to at least aim for his head. But no, let's just punch whatever and tell Yuji to punch whatever. How is Hanami able to escape after getting beat up by Yuji and Toro and hit with Hollow Purple? The fact that they always come back with no damage and stronger is also more irritating. And guess what? They will always kill more people. So, are the sorcerers incompetent for not getting their job through? They kind of are. Hopefully, this Shibuya arc can fix some of this, because so far it's looking like we're gonna drag the antagonists until the end of the series, because they are better prepared for everything we bring to them. Gojo is the strongest. Oh, we're gonna deal with him slowly, and in our terms, we have no edge or advantage on them. They have plot armor. They will keep on running away and stretch the series even when we try to kill them, even in the freaking movie, just like Inuyasha.
Naraku は雲の中に逃げ込んだわ。
おやすみ、五条悟。新しい世界でまた会おう。